Hello everyone, Jacquie Edwards here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are going to talk about what happens when it all goes wrong in your property investing. This is actually what we were supposed to talk about last week, but for any of you that follow regularly, you may have noticed that I didn't turn up last week for my live video. And that's because it was one of those days where basically everything went wrong. And I thought, well, how fitting that that's what I was supposed to talk about. And then that's exactly what happened to me. So we're regrouping this week, and I wanted to basically go back and kind of walk through what happens when things don't go the way you planned, because honestly they don't always go the way it's planned. So I'm 5 years into kind of my property investing, into my rent to rent business. And oftentimes from the outside, it looks like I know exactly what's going on. I'm always completely in control of everything, and everything's easy for me. So when you're just getting started, I know it can be quite a little bit daunting to kind of look and say, well, it's easy for her to say that, just go out and do this or just go out and do that. But, she's already done it. She's got everything. Everything's easy for her. And while that would be lovely if everything was easy and always happened exactly as planned, that's not the way it really goes in real life. So whether you are a newbie just getting started or whether you are experienced with loads of property, there are always days when things are going to go wrong. There are always times when, it's not going to be exactly how you planned it was going to be. And that's when it really comes down to, how is your mindset, because that's what's going to pull you through when everything goes wrong. So for me, last week, it was just one of those days. So last Wednesday, there was a small miscommunication with my husband and I, or with my husband and the consultant that we were talking to, in what time somebody was supposed to meet him. I wasn't actually supposed to meet him, but it ended up being me, and it was all at the wrong time. And so we met on our field. It was something for our new farm that we're building. As we were leaving, I realized, oh, I don't have my phone. Turns out I dropped my phone somewhere in a 27-acre field, which I was in a rush to go and meet a friend after that, but had to spend 45 minutes searching for my phone. Luckily, I was very, very angry, but I was able to still take a step back, use my thinking brain. I was able to remember, oh, I've got these Bluetooth headset that connects to my phone, so I'll be able to narrow down the search area where my phone is by seeing when it connects to my Bluetooth headphones. So, which is basically what you need to do when anything kind of happens and goes wrong. Remember that there's always a solution. There's always a way to move forward, whether, sometimes you can't completely fix everything or completely really erase everything like I was able to find my phone. But there's usually a way of just moving forward to the next step. So for me, I was thinking, oh my God, I don't have my phone. My mobile's lost somewhere. How am I going to even call somebody to tell them I'm going to be late for my next meeting? I can't call anybody to ask for help because I don't have my phone. I'm just kind of stuck out here wondering what I need to do. But by just slowing down and thinking through the process and thinking, what can I do to make it easier? Because for a while I wandered around, again, being super angry, thinking, oh, am I never going to find my phone? It's all horrible. It's all gone wrong. And to kind of taking that step back and thinking, all right, what can I do to find my phone? What is my next step forward? Should I just leave my phone and come back and find it another day and just go on with my life? Or, is there something I can do to make it easier to find my phone? And that's when I remembered, oh, Bluetooth. So I tried to see if it would connect to my car, but it was too far, so it wouldn't connect to the car. Luckily, I had my Bluetooth headphones and was able to wander around, kind of narrow down the location, and eventually find my phone. It wasn't immediate, it wasn't very fun, but it happened. Which is then, right after that was when I was supposed to do my live video, but I was so flustered that the live video wasn't going to happen. It's because I had to go to another meeting. So I basically started heading there, realized, 20 minutes later, oh no, I was supposed to do a live video, and it just wasn't going to happen. The same thing happens in my property business. So I think, yeah, it was last week. So I think it was right about, it might have happened Tuesday night last week. So right before this, I had a message from my team saying one of our houses had been burgled. So the tenants had called, said that somebody broke into their house and stole a whole bunch of their stuff and basically broke all the doors. So again, oh my goodness, panic time, we've got to take care of this. What are we going to do? And it's basically making that decision on, are you going to panic? Are you going to go into like fight or flight mode? Is it all just going to spin out of control and you're going to do nothing? Or are you going to take that step back and think, what is it that I can do to solve this problem? You know, for me, when a house is broken into, like these things happen, this has happened before in our business. It's about making sure we're communicating with the tenants. Of course, they're feeling very insecure. It's a scary thing to have your house broken into. So it's communicating with them, making sure that they've called the police, and understanding what is the problem, what is broken, what can we do to fix it. Found out that it was the back door that they came through. So I said, all right, we need to secure the back door as soon as possible. I made a call to my handyman. Luckily, he was able to go and board up the back door that evening. When this has happened in the past, my handyman wasn't available, so I had to call around and, find an emergency kind of glass fixer or door fixer, somebody that seals up doors after break-ins. So again, there's always a solution. Most of the time, it's about just taking that deep breath, taking that step back and saying, all right, what can I do about this problem? The tenants then, wanting me to have everything fixed absolutely instantly because all of their bedroom doors were broken. So basically the guy went in with a pitchfork, broke the back door, and then had to break into every single tenant's door. So he broke all the doors, all the door frames, and all the locks for 5 bedrooms. So this is quite a big process to get this fixed. We're also going through the owner's insurance because this is something that the insurance covers. So we had to gather the information that was needed for the insurance company, take all the photos. The police forensics team had to come the next day, so we actually couldn't touch anything until after they'd been. So again, it's just taking a step back, gathering all the information on what's happening, what's the situation right now, and what are the next steps in this process. So it's kind of keeping everybody calm, keeping yourself calm, and just saying, what can I actually do to make things better? Because if I would have freaked out, there was no need for me to go to the property because there's nothing I can do about it. Often the same thing if, there's a leak at your property. Are you going to be able to fix this leak? If not, is there any point of you rushing down there to go flap about and be crazy? Or do you just call the plumber and have him go and sort it out and give him the code to the key safe? He lets himself in and fixes it. So oftentimes there is an easier way, a calmer way of just doing things if we just take that step back. And again, there are times when things all go wrong. And that was basically those couple of days were the days when everything went wrong all at once for a couple of days at a time. It was hard, but it's all figure-outable. You can deal with everything that comes along. Everything that's new is really scary at first, whether it's, calling your first motivated seller, your first motivated landlord, or talking to your first agent. And you might feel like, oh my God, I just made the hugest mistake ever. Why did I say that to that person? They are never going to take me seriously. They are never going to talk to me ever again. And it's taking that out of your mind and saying, okay, what did I say that maybe I could improve on next time? How could I make that conversation go better next time? Because it's no use saying, oh my God, that was absolutely a nightmare. I'm horrible at this. I'm never going to get it right. Instead, you should be learning from that situation. So saying, all right, I said this, maybe it would be better next time if I said this, because I could tell he couldn't understand it when I said, I do rent to rent. The agent didn't understand it and completely shut off. How about next time I tell them, I'm a relocation agent. I work with companies in the local area to help house their employees. We're looking to take properties on long-term leases and put our clients into them. If I explained it to them that way. Maybe next time you explain it to them that way and you can tell they still don't quite get it. So then again, sit back when you get home and say, how can I do this? Instead of beating yourself up about something you didn't know, about, you didn't know exactly what to say to that person. You didn't know exactly how to answer all of their questions. Don't beat yourself up about that. It happens. You are new at this. You are not going to know all the answers to everything. The key thing is that you grow and you learn from it. So do an assessment after. What went right? What went wrong? What can I do to improve next time? And just remember that process for anything that happens in your property investing in your life. As you move forward, there's always going to be new obstacles, new things that are scary, new things that are going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. What do I do? and just break it down and say, all right, what is the next best step forward? How can I just make this a little bit better? How can I just take some of the pressure off? Everything is figure outable. It might seem really bad at the time, but there's always a way forward. And sometimes if you're looking too big at the bigger picture, it's hard to kind of break it down and get out of that overwhelming feeling. Sometimes we're just like, oh my God, there's so many things I need to do. All these bad things are happening. How am I ever going to get through it? When you just need to break it down, look at what is the next thing I need to do? What is the next best step to move myself forward? And just go little by little by little, and eventually you'll be able to get through the issues. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that gets you a little bit of an insight into what it's like even once you get going. It's never smooth sailing. It's never absolutely perfect. There are always things for you to be learning and things for you to be growing with. And to be honest, it's more fun if you're always learning and growing as you go along. So enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, and know that you can figure everything out as you go along. There will be things you know, there'll be things you don't know, and there'll be lots of space for learning. So enjoy the journey as you go, and good luck with your rent-to-rent business, and make sure you join me next time. Have a wonderful day.